I am representing the Department of Panchayati Raj Department for the very flagship program of our honorable CM, that is the Mukhyamantri Nishchay Yojana. Apart from the Sat Nishchay Yojana, ma'am, this is the one of the most valuable scheme, and that is the Mukhyamantri Gramin Peyjal Nishchay Yojana. The scheme is called named as Gramin Peyjal Nishchay Yojana. That is the umbrella project is the Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal, but in umbrella project there is three departments. One is the Panchayati Raj Department, one is the PhD, Public Health Engineering Department, and one is the UHD, Urban Housing and Development Department. We, Panchayati Raj and PhD department is looking after the rural water.
Excuse me, can you just play the presentation?
Yes, ma'am, it is
on. Go and see the next slide.
Share karo. Karna padega. The thing is that, ma'am, we Panchayati Raj department and PhD department are looking after this one, the rural part of this scheme. That's why we are calling it the Mukhyamantri Gramin. That is the rural part, Gramin Peyjal Nishchay Yojana. Ma'am, can you see this according to the slide that we have this scheme has been started in 2015, but our Panchayati Raj scheme we have inaugurated in 2016 on 27th September 2016. Can you see if you see this, there is a 7 flagship program, this Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal and Ghar Tak Pakki Gali Nali. These two schemes comes under the Panchayati Raj department, but after 2020, means after 21, if you see that there is no such headlines is there. That is only Swachh Gaon, Samriddh Gaon. In this only the solar street light comes. But I want to say you that, ma'am, this Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal is not only for this 5-year scheme program. This is a long-term maintenance program. And in this second part, that is from 2021 to 2025, we have the Anurakshan part, the maintenance part. We are started now the maintenance part of that. Whatever the initial 2005, we have placed all the pipe water scheme to all the households, and after that we have started the operations, how to maintain the operations. So if you go to the presentation on the next slide, this is the under the Susasan Ka Karyakram. This is the Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal. Already I have explained this one. The thing is that means in the first 5 years we have planned to keep the Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal scheme to all the rural household of the Bihar. For the quality affected parts, that there is suppose at that time when the scheme was started, at that time the total number of panchayats was 8386. That means, and now the panchayat has been reduced. Some panchayat around 320, 327 panchayats has been shifted to urbanization. Now our present GPs is 8058. So according to the previous one, there is still we are following that one because we have work started and most of them have been completed. So, ma'am, there is two part of this rural scheme. One is the non-quality affected part, and another one is the quality affected part. So, non-quality affected part, the PRD comes under the Panchayati Raj department, and quality affected part comes under the PhD department. And the number of panchayats fall under that one is 4095, and in PRD 4295. Non-quality affected water, that is the normal water, and the quality affected water belongs to the iron affected, the fluoride affected, and the arsenic affected, and other projects that is already taken by the Asian Development Bank and other schemes. So all this technical, wherever the technical required for the filtration in water, where there is PhD is working on that, and where there is no such technical required for this filtration of water, where there is normal water is there. So we are working, Panchayati Raj department is working on this. Almost 50-50 division is there between Panchayati Raj department and PhD department. You can see also in presentation, ma'am. So in this quality affected water, the thing is that where the PhD is working, they are using a treatment plant. Suppose there is arsenic affected water, they are using the arsenic treatment plant, iron affected iron treatment plant. So they are using the treatment plant and then they are supplying the water to the users. In our case, we are just giving the deep bore water, and it is supplying to the overhead tank by the help of the motor, 2 HP or 3 HP motor. And from this pipe water scheme, we are providing to the each and every household. The thing is that we are providing 3 tap water connection to each and every household. One household, we have giving the 3 water connection, one in the bathroom, one in the for the kitchens, and one in for the Shauchalaya. So three connections provided by all the government of Bihar in free of cost. That we are not getting any cost of it. Apart from these 3 connections, suppose anyone wants to take the more connections, then they have to give the extra amount of that. Up to 3 connections, we are not charging any money. And apart from the main line, to 25 feet. Suppose there is a main line, and below the 25 feet, we are not charging any money. And if they are increasing the distance of that, then we are also charging the money for that, for this extra charges to the users. Till now, we have not got any information that any users have used any extra charges for this, to get the extra charges of any from any users. So, ma'am, the Panchayat Raj department is working on this Panchayat 4291 Panchayat, that ward, and the unit of this scheme is ward. Whatever, if we are working Panchayat Raj department or PHG department, our working unit is ward, not any habitation or not any tolas. Our this scheme unit is ward. So we are calculating our progress through the ward, and after that, in this ward, how many household belongs. That is our main objective, is that each and every ward that should be covered in this scheme. One important part of this scheme is that we are first targeting to the lower communities area, the minorities and lower communities area. Suppose in any town, in any ward, if their population is suppose suppose in a panchayat, the division is like that. There is district, then there is blocks, then after that there is panchayat, and after that there is a ward. This is the division from hierarchy from top to bottom. Suppose in any panchayat, on an average, we have 14 wards in each gram panchayat of Bihar. This is the average. Suppose in any panchayat, if minor community rural population is ward number 14, then we should start from there only, not from 1 or from 5. You can start from any ward, but depends on the population of the minorities, depends on the population of the SC/ST communities, you can say directly. So these types is, we have our focused on that. You first give the water to the lower section people, then after that it is moved towards the higher sections. This is the one of the main guidelines of our schemes. According to that, we are providing the water to the. Am I audible to all? Am I clear, ma'am?
Yes,
Oh, thank you. Shall we move forward?
please.
Okay. Ma'am, can you see that this is we have launched our scheme already? I have told you that on 27th September 2016, we have launched our scheme by our honorable chief minister, Nitish Kumar sir. Then based on these principles only, that main principle is only to keep provide the water to the full ownership of this to that ward. You just catch the word. What is the full? Why we are saying that we are providing the full ownership to the wards? This is the one of the unique concept that we have formed one 7-member committee, and it is not only the gram panchayat, that is you are saying the sarpanch, but here in Bihar it is called the mukhya. The mukhya is not only the supreme power of this scheme. Earlier of this seven flagship program, mukhya was all the supreme power for all the implementation and operations of the scheme. While using this 7 program, particularly this Payjal scheme, you have formulated one 7-member committee, that is called WIMC, Ward Implementation and Management Committee. These 7-member committees among the all ward committee member only there, and they are responsible for the operation and maintenance of all the scheme. So this is one of the method of decentralization, and one of the unique concept of this scheme is that we are giving the power to the WIMC to manage your schemes after to manage and also establish and manage your scheme. That is whole operation and maintenance and establishment is special to depends on only the how the 7-member committee is performing. So they are only this 7-member committee is only from this community only. So only this user community, that is the 7-member, this whatever the 7-member in this 7-member, this one ward sachiv is there, one of this ward sadas is there, then panchayat, one gram kachari, we have also one gram kachari concept here for this legal issues. So their sachiv is there also, and 3 female member committee is there, and 1 minor committee is there. This 7-member committee member, they are always responsible, and still they are maintaining the scheme. This is the 7 of this Payjal Nischay Yojana scheme. Not only Payjal, but also the Gali Nali Pakikaran. But the user community is more, you can say, the vibrant in this Payjal scheme. So this is the our principles to community on whatever our motto is. And this is not any centralized committee that government is from here headquarter. We are not following the scheme. This is only the community. That community should all ward if the unit is ward, then ward should always responsible, and their community is responsible for their running of this community, how they will run the community, how much water they will inject this water, whatever this, that is community is only depend responsible for that. To, or not only for this is the short term goal is there, this is for the long term goal. So to our at present we have provided only, just we have left 282 watts we have left now to provide the schemes. Apart only the one district, Madhubani district, we have left a larger chunk. From the beginning we have started very slow for this scheme, so Madhubani is in lagging in this Madhubani district of our Bihar. So only 282 schemes are left out, and we have also searched that how many basawat, that means the household left for this scheme. Suppose in a ward we are providing the scheme when certain households are there, they are living apart from this ward periphery in very far area, or they are separated by any geographical area, or by some geographical means by road, by river. So we are now in this 2021 to 2025, our motto is that whatever wards or whatever households, if they have lived for any means, then the water should be provided to them by three means. What is that? So three means is that, so if they require to separate boring connection, we should provide the separate boring connection. If suppose a ward number 5 or 6 ward people are there, ward number 5 or 6 number ward people is there, if they are living far away from ward number 5 and they are very close to next ward, means from different ward, suppose 10 number ward or 11 number ward, then the water should provided from this the nearest of the ward, not from the ward they are living, they are belonging. Suppose they are living to the nearest of the 11 number ward, and if they are belonging to the 5 number ward, then water should be immediately provided from this 11 number ward.
So sorry to interrupt you. You have another 5 minutes, so please
Okay.
speed up the presentation, because I can see that you have like more slides, like 28 slides are there, 20,
No
25 slides.
Okay, fine. When suppose there is a house is near to the different ward, then we are providing the water from that there only. So and the third one is that providing the water from the exact same scheme. Suppose if any case the ward is very far from the main sources, then try to give the water from different boring, and they will reach the water to each and every household. These are our maintenance part, and for the maintenance part we have also provided the Parkhand Stariya Anurakshan agencies, means up to block level we have given one third party agency to maintain this Payjal scheme for long term maintenance. As this one tells that this is time is very limited, there is no issue, ma'am. Whatever the main thing is that I have explained all you, that is only the presentation part is there. Already I have told that is the state part we are looking for here, district part is there, administrations of the DM under the DM sir is involved, block part is there, and the video. And also we have one more concept, the BPRO. We have block Parkhand Panchayat Raj Padadikar, they are also responsible for that. Gram Panchayat Mukhya. Now this 7-member committee, they are the main role of this our Payjal scheme. This is only 7-member committee, that is we are giving the charge to this one and providing the water to each and every household. This is, madam, whatever I have explained, this is the explanation of that. Whatever we are providing the scheme, we have only separate DPR of that detail that is in this one in villages. It's called Nazariya Naksha. They are preparing of this, and this is the workflow how they are approving their DPR. First, they are taking the technical section by the executive engineer, and after that, it is administrative approval by the Gram Panchayat itself, and after that, approval of the administrative approval, they are providing the checks, whatever amount they have approved, they are providing that amount to the WIFC committee bank account number, and they are using that amount. This is the, madam, ward, and already tell 200 households approximately there. So we have given the water to the 70 liter per capita consumptions, and we have already given the model estimates. Whatever they are using the estimate, that is provided by the 29 model estimates. This is the so that they can help. Suppose they are 100 household, they can use the 125 population household, and they can easily make this one and get the approval of that. So to get the approval fast, we have done this one. This is the one of the model that we are providing the deep bore well. We are getting the water from the 90 to 100 meters, so 100 meter deep bore well over the 5,000 liter tank. Suppose the population is, we are using the 2 legs, and from the helmet we are providing the drinking water to each and every well by the electric motor. We are using the fund of this 15th finance, 14th finance, whatever the amount. Also the state funds we are using in this, and we are providing the drinking water to each and every household, but our part is without any filtration part, but later on we are thinking of the chlorination part also on there by the help of Jal Jeevan Mission. Number of panchayats already explained that we are doing the 4291 GPs and GPs, and according to ward is 58107 ward, and PhD giving this one ward, and their ward is respecting theirs. We are focusing on the Panchayati Raj. Just now I have told you that some Basavata we have left to give the water. This is the madam, the thing is that this is the Basavata we have left, and still now we have 5,20,276 household left to give the water connections by this scheme with the as per our research, as per our survey. This is the online monitoring. How the monitoring we are doing? We are doing the Panchayat Resort matter. We are using the Google. This is the one of the portal that we have made by the help of NIC Bihar, and we are monitoring on this. All the schemes, physical and financials are maintaining this data. We are also using the Google Drive. This is the IoT things. We are using the suppose on of motor and the water exertions of water from the motor. We are maintaining by this IoT device. We have implemented in all the scheme. Jal Mission also monitoring our scheme by the help of. We are also entering the data of this Jal Jeevan Mission to the Jal Jeevan Mission portal also. There is CGRC portal, that is any grievance in this water supply, they can also apply to this number, CGRC number, that is the 1800123112. We are also applying for the 4-digit number also, just now applied for the e-compliance dashboard is there for the this compliance dashboard, that CM sir is all. This is the direct connection with the CM sir. Suppose any company is water connection, they can also complete with the our CM level also. We are using the mobile app for the for the Nirikshan, that is the for inspection. Suppose any water is there, then technical assistant we have there. By using the mobile app, they can using the inspection. That's only the explanation of this. Whatever is whatever used in this slide, that is the explanation of detailed explanation of that. Suppose this is the Panchayat Institute. This is the Panchayat Institute link there. We can directly go to the Panchayat Institute, and this is the data that we are looking from here, this portal only. This is the Jal Jeevan Mission status of this one. How the data is there. This is the Google Drive. This is the IoT things. So how the things are. This is the Jal Jeevan Mission portal is there. CGRC complaint is there. E-compliance dashboard is there. This is the madam. I want to explain you that this is only the CGRC complaint. Previous 8 months. This is the data of the previous 8 months. That how the research is coming on this one. How the data is coming. The major complaint is that of this one. You can see the 48% pipe water supply connection is not there. That was the major complaint. That means the Basavata we have left. That is the main issue is there. This is the madam, our mobile app is there. You can go for the Google app, and Har Ghar Nal Ka Jal mobile app you can download from the Google app and go for the search only. This is the one short video we will show you in the last, and this is the fall just only we have finished our presentation, and this is the only the how we are using. Suppose if there is no any land availability, then you can use the Panchayat Bhavan for the overend applications. This is how they are using. This is the one of the innovations, ma'am. They have villager have used for how they give the standing stand post to give the water in a very simple way. That is the thing was there. So this is our overall scheme. Chalta hai. This is opening.
No, I think that should be okay because you are already overshot the time. We understand?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. It's not working. So leave it. Fine, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you have done very good work. In fact, 3-4 years back, I have been to Bihar on a mission and I have seen them. So that's working fine. The only concern I had at that time was that you do have overhead tanks, but they're not really being monitored. For example, when we visited a village, we found that overhead tank was overflowing. So you need to have some kind of a this, of course, from my field visit. So some kind of a monitoring mechanism should be there to ensure that overhead tanks are not overflowing. That's a lot of wastage of water.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. That's why.
It's just an observation, but I thought you should know about it.
Yeah, ma'am. Some people are also misusing this water to giving to the kettles only. They are using the someone is giving to the field also for the irrigation purposes. So we have also received many complaints regarding that.
Misuse because you are treating water.
Yeah, ma'am.
It's not normal water from the borewell, but it's treated for drinking purpose, and that costs money and that costs resources also. So somewhere that needs to be stopped. That is number one. Number two is we're talking about you said that you are focusing on the wards, not the habitations, not the villages, not the GPs. But all the statistics you have showed, they were about habitations, households,
No, ma'am.
and GPs.
No,
Nowhere
ma'am.
the number of wards are mentioned.
No, ma'am. The thing is that our unit is what
No, that's
in
right.
this
But you should
in
give,
this.
when you are talking about the progress, there should be some numbers of wards. There is no mention of any number of wards.
Yes, ma'am. It
Anyway,
is mentioned.
so when you are focusing on wards, you must say that these many wards and so when you are saying 44671 or something like the number of GPs or 94 something, you
Hmm.
should also say the number of wards.
Yes, ma'am. Just now the see. I have already mentioned this one. Here, ma'am, we have 4291 watts and reporting this 58107 watts we have, and work completed in this 57721 watts. This is the madam.
Non-quality. Okay. 58. Okay. Fine.
Some watts is still left, ma'am, because we have started late for this scheme, and some districts are really from the beginning they are in laggard positions.
Okay. Okay.
So
Thank you.
fine.
Mr. Ashutosh,
Yes, sir.
you have mentioned that your state has an issue of heavy metal contents like arsenic, iron, and other fluorides, etc.
Sir, sir.
How frequently you see that the water supplied is free from these heavy metals?
Sir, we have this all water quality affected part that look after by the PhD. They have their labs, sir, and from there they are getting the water tested. And suppose, sir, in this normal water, we have also getting fast test kit FTK. We have just provided the FTK to test the water that it is normal water or it is affected by any certain contamination is there.
So the users themselves can test it.
No, yes, a fast test case by the training by the giving by the Jivka Didis. So their users can self-test and for especially sir quality affected water, there is lab has been established and from there engineers are there. Their engineers are there. They are using the water samples and they are collecting from there each and every ward and they are submitting to the lab. And after that, they are getting the reports of that. We have PhD labs. Our own labs is not there, sir. We have PhD labs. They are getting the water from each and every wards and they are getting tested of that and they are giving the report to the WMC also, sir.
Okay. Thank you, please. Thank you, Mr. Ashutosh.
Sir, thank you, sir.
My name is Nisha Anna. I am CEO and Secretary of Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board. So before coming to what we have done, I am sure everybody in the panel already knows about these stats, that 50% of our GDP comes from the unorganized sector. 90% of our workforce is employed there. And there are many management lessons that we learn from them, right? From decision-making, adaptability. So many things we learn from the unorganized sector. Challenge which we have is that these unorganized sector, having more than 90% of our people in it, are marginalized, are unorganized, and they form the informal sector. So before we go further, I will tell a little about what BOCW is. The act was regulation was formulated in 1996, and UP adopted it in 2009. We started our function from 1st April 2009. And primarily, all the labor cess which is collected from the construction sites, from any construction, 1% labor cess is collected, which gets accumulated at our end. The corpus is formed, and from that we run welfare schemes for our labor who are registered with us. So primary function becomes the labor registration. We get the maximum registered people who are in the 40 different trades of our construction, different construction sites. And then there are different schemes right from the birth to different phases of life. For example, we have Matritva Shishu Evam Balika Yojana. We have second would be the education part of it, which is the Santra Vilas Yojana, where right from class 1 till professional courses, we provide the financial aid for education till professional courses, and there are people who are doing MBBS and BTech from this scheme. Then establishment, which are the contractors and the construction sites, their registration and the cess collection part. So these are the fundamentals of our board. The mission and vision is that we identify the right beneficiary, which becomes a challenge at times. Second is that we empower them through education and give them financial aid at different stages of life. For our board to, for us to become self-sustaining and eliminate the process, the manual process, which was there earlier when we began in 2009, and we go through the digital process and seamless providing the benefits to our beneficiaries, to the registered labor. The core sector which we work in is the education. We are right now establishing residential schools across UP, specifically for children of laborers registered with us. There is health assistant at different of different type for the expectant mothers, for medical treatment, for disability, and in the case of death and normal death, there are different amounts which are given. And there are other assistance like Pitri Vivaha, we provide financial aid, and there is Samuhik Vivaha also where we conduct collective community planning. So this is the primary, if I talk about the application for this award, I think this is the main slide which we would look at. Coincidentally, today is the last day of our boss. He is retiring this year and today, and he has been the core behind all these innovation which were carried out. He is Mr. Chandra. He's ACS of Labor and Employment Department, and he's retiring today. And we're very fortunate that we got the opportunity in his presence while he was in the office. So to begin with, to the best of our knowledge, this is the data we have. We were first, at least in UP, this is what we know for sure, that we applied for sub-AUA section 44BT, which essentially means that we can use Aadhaar authentication for good governance, for providing benefits, targeted benefits of all our schemes to our beneficiaries. And probably first in India as well. We had this certification way back in March 2021. Next is, so one of our scheme is providing financial aid for expectant mothers, which requires that the birth certificate should be provided of the baby. And the second is the Mrityu Yojana, where we require the death certificate of the person who passed away. So civil registration system, which is by Government of India, we integrated it with our system. It was first in India for what we know. And second is that in the first phase, we started within UP, like all the laborers, when they apply for this scheme, their birth registration number gets matched with the actual registration number which is there on the civil registration system. And in the second phase, we moved on to matching this data with any laborer who is registered with us, but maybe their death took place somewhere outside UP, or the birth of the baby took somewhere outside UP, because most of our laborers are migrant laborers. So in that case, also the second phase was conducted, and we were able to get that approval from Government of India, where the civil registration system through API, we were able to match for any application which was also outside from UP to be verified online. This kind of helped us in many ways, because we found out later on that there were many errors in the system, and physical verification of this was not very convenient at field level, and this automated system helped read out a lot of applications which were incorrect or which weren't meant to be the right beneficiaries. Next is the so our blood of our organization is the SKOCH Group. And here we are the first mover in India. We already have the portal with us. It's waiting to be launched by our CMSA. So we have automated cess collection portal, wherein we figure out different portals currently within India, within UP. OB Pass is the authorities, the development authorities, which pass their maps, sanction maps, they collect 1% of cess right there. So what we are trying to do is that when the cess is collected at the time of application of any new map, that in itself automatically comes to our portal instead of doing the again moving the file system at the end of development authority. So this is one example. E-tender being another example of it. What we know is we have Bihar and Uttarakhand also planning to do the same on the same portal. We are collaborating with the Indian Bank with this, and the same bank is working there as well. So we will be the first to launch it. Still waiting to be launched. In terms of registered workers, UP has the highest number. We have crossed 1.5 crores in terms of the total registration. The active registered laborers, when we say, is the one which has 1 year of period, that 20 rupees which we charge as a fee, as a nominal fee to be registered, followed by West Bengal and Karnataka. So we the country. So this is our base, 1.1 lakh active laborers, 1.1 crores active labor as of now are under our purview, where we are who are eligible to get the benefits of various schemes in the provided by the BFSI. In terms of cess collection, we land somewhere around 85,000 crores as of now since the beginning, because we've spent most of it, being third in the country, in Maharashtra and Karnataka. We were first in UP to implement single nodal account as an independent body. So single nodal account started with Government of India, and then later on few state agencies adopted it. As an independent autonomous body, we are the first to apply it in UP in all our schemes. And finally, COVID-19 has been one of the things which has pushed the board in terms of having the highest registration number. A lot of people, as you would know, in 2020, April, March, there was a lot of migration. During that phase, the department worked very hard to get people registered to the board and finally give them the assistance in terms of financial aid. So we, in last 2 years, we have spent over 1,300 crores just to give benefits to our beneficiaries of COVID-19. Now, if I talk about the core of it being the registration, so 3 years back, we shifted to an automated self-approval, self-declared in 3 days open window, where one-click mechanism, this auto-verification takes place, where earlier, before 2020, we had close to 50 lakh only registered workers. As on date, we have 1.5 crore registered workers. Direct benefit transfer, as I said, 44D2 helped us a lot in this case. We are doing Aadhaar-enabled payment system. So beneficiaries out of 1.1 active laborers, 97 lakhs are the ones who are registered and Aadhaar verified. And any benefit of this scheme is provided through the Aadhaar-enabled payment system. As I mentioned, the single nodal account, it has provided for the transparency in the system. The budget provisions are far better in terms of managing the entire system of funds flow. We have taken up active messaging in terms of, for example, if I know that one of my beneficiary is took the benefit of a scheme under expectant mother. So let's say Matruka Shishu Evam Balika Yojana, they benefited for a Balika or a Balak child. Then after 3-4 years, we had their data and we sent an active message for their next possible eligibility of the next scheme, which is Sandra Vidas Sahayata Yojana, Shiksha Sahayata Yojana, meaning that the education part of theirs is covered, they know about it, and they can apply for the benefit if they fall under that category. Then there are multiple integration which we have done cross collaboration. So Ayushman Bharat, we are running for our laborers. Any laborer who is registered with us, we provide that medical assistance through Ayushman Bharat. And then there are different portals through which we integrated. Automated cess collection, I have already explained. The application is there on the portal. If anybody of the panel knows about the family ID concept, which is already running in Haryana and Karnataka, so UP is also going in that direction. And because of our large base and having this much automated and technology being part of our system, we were the first of the departments to have that integration, where our family ID is taken as the ration card itself. And we were able to form a lot of families. So a laborer can register, but may not have entire family details. So that through API of ration card, we were able to get the entire family incorporated in that particular registered laborers card. It was close to 80 lakhs, over 80 lakhs. So this is the scale and impact of what we do. As I mentioned, this data of active labor keeps changing. 150 lakh is the total registered. The active laborers which are active within a year keeps changing. So as of today, we have 102 lakhs who are active laborers. 97 lakhs are verified. Over the years, since 2019, we have reached out to more than 180 lakh beneficiaries. They've been benefited. We have transferred more than 4,200 crores of money. The scalability, Aadhaar has become the core of many schemes which are run across India. So evolving Aadhaar system and ecosystem has definitely helped us. We conduct different trainings at district level as well. So Aadhaar verification, the attendance, the biometric, all these again form part of it. The digital payments, the smartphones, these have led to where we are today in terms of reaching out to our beneficiaries correctly, rightly, and within time. These 4, 5, 6 points. Family ID I've explained. It is mobile broadband and digital India. Make in India is being a part of, has provided a conducive environment for us to move ahead. These are few glimpses. On the left, you see the residential schools which we are building. There are 18 of them, and each of 1,000 capacity. This is just the phase one. In every district, all the 75 districts of UP. Sant Ravidas Yojana, where you see Honorable CM's flagging of it includes not only the financial aid for the education, but also bicycle for the children who are eligible there. Then there is Samohik Vivaah, which you see the health camps which gets conducted. So as we know, the Aadhaar, choosing the rightful beneficiaries, inclusion through providing social security and transition. And the aim is that we organize our unorganized sector, at least for the construction laborers, form them into a big community where they are associated with us, know that they belong somewhere, and have an identity of their own. And finally, the automation part of it, which we are relentlessly working on. So can we do the unthinkable? Can we impact the lives of millions? Yes, we can, and we are on that path to make them part of our entire big system where this unorganized sector forms a part of, in somewhat fluid organized sector through DOC across the country. Thank you very much.
Well, it's a very good work done by your board. I must congratulate you, but I have got a couple of questions. I want clarification. Okay, see, the first thing you said that the cess collection is automated cess collection. Who pays those cess and where it is collected?
So cess is collected at different points. So there is government bodies, whoever is involved in construction has to pay 1% of the construction project construction amount to as a labor cess. So that is collected district. It is
So
collected.
is it combined? No, is it combined while sanctioning of the project, or how it is enforced?
So it is based on, so a project sanction can be of few thousand crores, and that may flow in different years. The entire amount will not come in the first year. So what we collect is the amount spent or the amount projected to be spent on on a single financial year. So
No,
what
that's true.
the government,
But how you enforce it? What I want to, for example, we pay income tax. There is a deadline of 31st March by which we have to pay it, and we have to file a return so that we ensure that yes, we have paid what we are supposed to pay. How do you ensure? Because construction happens by different people at different places in different, you know, batches or gaps or something like that. So how to ensure when somebody will pay for what? I mean, is it related to some kind of a sanction or a permit or a approval certificate?
so that's what I was trying to explain when I said that there is an OP pass system where so any big construction will require a map to be sanctioned. So at the stage when the map is being sanctioned, and the map has a duration, let's say, of 5 years validity. So at the time of sanctioning of the map, which in most of the cases is done by the development authorities of that area in the urban centers, and Zilla Panchayat in the government, in the rural sector. So Zilla Panchayat, whatever, so one being the part, the government part of it, all the construction done by the government bodies, be it the urban local bodies, the rural local bodies, the NHA, NHAI, all the state government, PWD. So they on themselves, when they get the budget, they get that 1% extra as a labor cess system, and they submit it to either the district where the construction is taking place or centrally at Lucknow. That is one. Any private body or even the government body, they would require the sanctioning of the map.
No, that's not my question. That's not my question. So my question is, how do you ensure that the tax is paid by the person who built it or whatever?
Right.
So does it is not the point. How do you collect it, ensure?
Right. So at the state level, we have, at district level, we have the district labor commissioner, there are assistant labor commissioner, there are LEOs, there's labor enforcement officer. So there is a system at the district level where they are responsible for physical inspection of different sites in their area and ensure that they are the assessing authority. How much assessment is required is done for a particular construction site, and they ensure that this kind of cess collection activity is done. So they are the designated cess collectors, if I say.
Okay. So there is a system there which is supposed to be done. But that is called, is there any scale? Like if it is more than this amount, then you have to pay, otherwise you don't have to pay or something like that?
So earlier it was less than 10 lakh rupees was not required in terms of the residential houses. If somebody is building, in terms of commercial, it's there is no bar.
Okay. The other question is, you said there are 102 lakh active laborers, out of whom 97 have been Aadhaar verified, and the number of beneficiaries is 181 lakhs. So is that number of beneficiaries a cumulative number?
All these are cumulative numbers.
It's
So
a cumulative. It's a
right.
cumulative. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good presentation. But I just want to know, since UP is a very big state, what are your steps for the campaign of the scheme? How the construction workers will know that they are entitled for such and such benefits?
Your question is very good. Earlier, we had this issue at a major scale level from 2019 to almost 2018-19. There was very sluggish improvement in terms of having the beneficiaries understand what the scheme is. There were many schemes as well. There were more than 27 schemes, each for very different matters for different stages. However, the scenario changed after COVID. It suddenly from 50 lakhs, we moved to 150 lakhs. And the awareness is so much there that we have. So as on today, we have more than 2 lakh applications with us. People are registering. and applying for the benefits. Apart from that, apart from the general awareness which has been created post-COVID, we have a scheme which is Deen Dayal Upadhyay scheme, where under we provide funds for awareness at different district levels. So the traditional methods of uh, awareness is being conducted, like Nukkad Natak, those banners, pamphlets, videos. Through that, we try to reach out. And at the time when this labor enforcement officers, they go to different sites. So what we do is we ensure that at the construction site, all the laborers which are there, they must be registered. They may not be from the same district. They must have migrated from some other district or some other state for that matter. So we ensure that at least the UP people belonging to UP, they get registered themselves there. The camp is established. Second is that when they go, when the camp is held, we try to inform from our level that these are the benefits which are there. Third thing is that all this registration is available on open portal. It's right from, it's available on our website and also at different CHC levels. So every district, every village has a CSC, and these people have been informed right from the state head CSC till the bottom level. There are over 2 lakh active, 2 lakh VLEs, village entrepreneurs, village level entrepreneurs who are running the CSC. 1.2 lakhs are the ones which are active. Total 2 lakhs are registered, and over 20,000 are which are specifically running these services within UP for VOC. So that again becomes one of the channels for the awareness. Further, in the end, I would say there are different levels. For example, the DM committee, the commissioner committee, when we discuss about collection of cess not being as per the target. So these become forum for different awareness campaign within the department as well. Because still, I would say the department is relatively still new. It's barely a decade old, and it's maturing. So there's still scope for further. However, if I say the government of India gave us a target for the estimate number of laborers which would be which should be registered with the board. So UP falls somewhere around 88 lakhs of laborers. So we have already outdone ourselves in that sense. We already have 102. And
Okay.
right.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, please. Got it. Good. Thank you, please.
Is a holistic healthcare initiative for healthy aging. This project is being implemented in Chhattisgarh under the leadership of P. Dayanand sir. He is Director Ayush in Government of Chhattisgarh. I am his teammate. I am Dr. Mukund Agrawal, working as State Program Manager here in Chhattisgarh. When we listen to Sian Jatan, the first question come in our mind is, what is it? So Sian is a respectful word which we use in Chhattisgarh for elderly persons of the family. And Jatan, we all know, Jatan is to care for. So Sian Jatan is an initiative, holistic healthcare initiative to care for health of elderly people. Before going to main content, how we are implementing this Sian Jatan, we should go for some facts and figures which shows that every part of the world is witnessing the population aging. That may be a result of technology development or medical equipments. We are now having so much of healthcare awareness and everything. Elderly population of India has been tripled in last 5 decades. As per the census 2011, the number of elderly people was more than 100 millions, and it is projected to be increased by twice or thrice by 2050. Similarly, as per census 2011, elderly population in Chhattisgarh was more than 20 lakhs out of 2.5 CR of our total population. It was around 7.9% and is expected to be around 35 lakhs in current situation. So definitely we are growing, our average age of the population is growing. As we see the national health surveys, it may be SRS or NHFS 5, we that data reveals that the increasing burden of morbidity is there in elderly people. Majorly non-communicable diseases, lifestyle-related factors, degenerative changes in elderly age, painful joints, disabilities, various kind of disabilities like visual or hearing disabilities. These are main factors which are affecting the productivity and functionality in the older ages. And these factors are compromising their quality of life. That too, it is irrespective of social economic status. May it be a poor person or a rich background. They are facing the same problems in elderly age. So what Ayush system of medicine can do? Ayush system of medicine, first I would like to introduce that Ayush stands for Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy, and other indigenous system of medicines. Ayush ministry has been created under leadership of in current government 2014. Ayush ministry was created out of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And now various activities are being implemented so that these Ayush pathies or indigenous system of medicine, we can take benefit of these things. We all know that worldwide Ayurveda and Yoga, Naturopathy, Homeopathy are accepted as mild and very effective cure for chronic diseases and disorders. They are well proven and data backed for effective management of chronic diseases and disorders. Ayush medicines and therapies are gentle for the vulnerable population. We can give it to children, we can give it to elderly people, we can give it to any age group. So everyone knows that now there is increase in the interest of people for Ayush system of medicines, as they are famous for not having or less incidences of these harmful effects. Demand in the public is now gradually increasing for Ayush system of medicines. We have around 174 Ayush facilities across the state. So availability of resources is also one of our strength to implement these kind of initiatives. Under Sian Jatan, what we are trying to do is it is an initiative to make Ayush services conveniently available for and accessible for elderly people. They are already accessible. We have 1174 facilities in the state. But by starting, we can say dedicated OPD for elderly people and a complete dedicated day, that is Thursday, we have decided to conduct complete dedicated day for this elderly population. Objective of our initiative is to provide accessible, high quality, long-term, comprehensive and dedicated Ayush services for aging population. We want to promote the concept of healthy aging, not the non-productive or grieving aging, right? So we are trying that the aging population must be healthy and happy and productive for long years. Next. Program strategies, how we are going to achieve our mission and objectives. That is community-based approach for health awareness. We are organizing community-based camps, awareness rallies with the help of children and other initiatives we are continuously organizing. Home visits by our health workers. Ayush team is visiting door to door for motivating people to use the available resources of Ayush pathies. Dedicated services at Ayush facilities, that as I told you, on Thursday, every Thursday, we are organizing dedicated OPD for elderly people to ensure availability and equipment, consumables, drugs and training materials and IEC. We are continuously following up with the authorities to ensure availability of equipment, so that equipment, consumables, drugs, so that no one in our facility should go without any services. Strengthening of Panchkarm facilities. There are some therapies of Ayurveda which are called Panchkarm. Those are very good for elderly age disorders. We are strengthening our Panchkarm facilities. We have currently 37 facilities of Panchkarma in our state. We are going to grow it up to 100 plus. Information, education, and communication plan we have made with mass media and other communication channels. Continuous monitoring and evaluation of this program is being done from state level, district level, and data is being collected for all the, we can say all the beneficiaries, so that in future we can publish some research work. We have 2 government Ayurveda colleges. Those are monitoring these data, and we are going to give it for research in the effectiveness of Ayush system for geriatric medicine. We can talk about service package, what we give at our Ayush facilities. We have Ayush dispensaries and Ayush centers which are co-located at PHC and CHCs at allopathy centers. Ayush dispensary are our independent facilities. We have around 700 Ayush dispensaries in Chhattisgarh. We have 499 co-located centers which are co-located at PHC and CHC. Those are allopathy centers. In these facilities, we are giving only OPD services, not the IPD services. In these OPDs, we daily give OPD Ayush services, special OPD on every Thursday for elderly people, health education related to healthy aging. We have developed some IC material which we distribute at the OPD level, domiciliary visit for attention and training for their family members. If some person have certain disease or some disorder, then our Ayush members will visit their home, and they will try to train them how to take care of their elderly people. Arrange for suitable services from PHC, CHC, like our counterparts. Allopathy centers have many diagnostic services and everything which we don't have. So we will arrange for them. If we need that there is some disease or disorder which we cannot take care of, so we'll arrange the linkages, referral linkage with higher facilities and medical colleges, etc. Daily yoga we have started at 240 identified health and wellness centers. 240 Ayush dispensaries are being developed as health and wellness centers, where one daily yoga trainer comes and take the sessions. Similarly, Ayush wing is co-located at district hospitals. Every district hospital in Chhattisgarh, out of now 32 are there, but we have 16 Ayush wings in district hospitals, and at CHC level we have therapy centers. These Ayush wing and specialized therapy centers are equipped with Panchkarma therapies. They have Ayurveda specialists which can perform Panchkarma therapies. So in addition to all the OPD services, in these centers we have Panchkarma services available for everyone. We have 5 district Ayurveda hospitals and 2 Ayurvedic colleges, where in addition to OPD services, Panchkarma therapies, if a patient needs to be admitted, we can admit these patients. We have at least approximately 500 beds currently in Ayurveda for the population. These are the service package. Now going to the numbers of beneficiaries. In Sian Jatan, it is visible that we have started not long back. We have started from May of 2022, and currently in January 23, it has grown from 26,000 to 47,000 per month OPD in these special elderly care OPDs. Next. Visuals of our services, we can see some photographs. These are OPD care. You can see the crowd, their interest in our Ayurveda system and other homeopathy system are gradually increasing. Panchkarma services, we give Shirodhara, we give Swedan. These are our technical terms, but many of us may be aware of these things. Next. healthy aging counseling sessions. When they visit our facility, a session is always taken by our doctor for lifestyle changes, lifestyle modification. If there are some mental issues or not only the physical issues, mental issues are there, they will discuss and take care of them. They will advise what is good for them. Community-based awareness camps we organize. What we are looking forward is the training of care provider. We have started this activity from May only. So currently we are giving training to more and more Ayush staff, especially Delhi OPDs. At present, we are operating on weekly basis. We have weekly OPD. Now we are trying to set up special OPDs for geriatric care on daily basis in Ayush hospitals. Reserved quota of medicines for elderly people. At present, we don't have such kind of facility. We have consolidated demand of medicines. Now, from current year in 2023 and 24, we have tried to make a reserve quota of medicine for elderly people to avoid shortage and stockouts. Aggressive IC campaign we are planning in the current year, healthy and active aging through Ayush. Based on these data, we are expecting more evidence-based Ayush initiatives for taking care of the people. Thank you very much. This is a short brief about our initiative.
I think
you,
it's a commendable job you have done, because normally when in most of the hospitals, the focus is on general health issues. Focusing on the genetic medicine or geriatric health issues is something not very widely done. Even in Delhi also, we find genetic medicine in very few hospitals to address to. So you are doing it across the state. That's a great initiative. Now, you are also trying to use the data collected for study and research.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not able to hear?
No, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am.
Okay. So, since you said that you are also collecting data for further study and research, so that improving the Ayush care for the geriatric healthcare. So, 6 months is not a very long time, I understand. But have you noticed some noticeable outcome under your scheme in the 6 months?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, majorly the patients come for painful joints and their lifestyle diseases like constipation or the prostate enlargement and the disorders like this. So in elderly ages, if we provide simple Nadi Swed kind of therapies at our OPD level, Nadi Swed is not very difficult to provide. So these therapies help them to get immediate relief from these painful joints. And if there are chronic diseases like rheumatoid arthritis or something joint related issues or back pain, we have several Ayurveda preparations for them. They have to take it continuously for 6 months or 7 months, then only it will give results. But the visible results they can feel is from 1 month or 2 months. So we are getting very good data, ma'am, and they are motivating data, so that we are therefore you can see we have increase in our OPD. Word of mouth publicity we are getting for these things, ma'am.
Yeah. So, I mean, and more people are coming. Looking at the crowd and the dispensaries you just showed, it seems people are receptive towards it.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
nice. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Mukund. I think your project is very good, and all the appreciation for the excellent work. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.